job. So, Jamelia was furious when she heard this morning.
Yeah.
She's shaking her head already.
For me personally, obviously, I've enjoyed a career in the arts since I was 15 years old. I mean, I'll never forget going in for Careers Day and speaking to my teacher and saying, you know, I'd really like to be a singer. At that point, I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to be front of stage or, you know, background singer. Yeah. But I just knew I just wanted to sing, and I was literally laughed out of the class. And I remember going back when I was 21, and I was like, I just bought my first house from my, you know, unlucrative career.
That was a good moment.
But, yeah, it was fantastic. But for me, so I find it offensive that the arts is not seen as a proper job. Fair enough. And I think what people need to remember as well, there are many different versions of working in the world of the arts. It's not just being on stage. It's not just being a, you know, a pop star. There are many different jobs, film directors, working on stage productions. There are so much. And what I find most upsetting about this is that I've got two daughters, and one of them she's not academic, she's very creative, she's very talented in all areas of art. Now, are you telling me that my child is doomed? My child cannot have a future purely because she's not academic? You know, I take great offence to that.
I think she's saying that they are restricting their career path.
I think we need to get a note of realism into this. I think we've had loads of young people come to watch this show, and they're all doing media studies, and unfortunately, a lot of them have a completely unrealistic idea of what the world of work is about. And they see us sitting here, and they just think, oh, I'd like to be on telly, or I'd like to be on Strictly, or I'd like to be on the X Factor. And I think we've got to say right now, your chances of doing that are virtually nil. And what schools need to teach kids is, if you want to get a job in the arts, you've still got to pass all your exams, and you've still got to have practical skills, and you've still got to have maths.
You've just done exactly what I said. You've just done exactly what I said, saying that, you know, the arts is just being on the telly. There's so much more to the arts than that.
Yes, but you're not going to get a job backstage
that's not
without exam results. All I'm saying is be realistic. Well, and I'm also saying not enough children are doing science and maths, because we're world leaders in the science.
Well, I had this argument with Jake, for instance, who now is in a successful band.
Very successful.
Yes, Brixton. But anyway, I had this argument with him all the way through school, because that's all he wanted to do. And my argument with him was, whether you want to do exams or not, or GCSEs, you have to do them. Yeah. You know, they're not going to say, OK, you don't bother coming in today for that. You have to do them. So give it your best shot. And he was like, I'm never going to need science. I'm never going to need this. And I said, you don't know. You're entering into a business that is so difficult, and there are no guarantees, and you might be working 1 year and out of work for 5, but you will always have something to fall back on if you need it, which is something I never did. Yeah. You know, I could never get a proper job.
But the technological side of
sandwiches for 12 hours.
The technological side of the music business requires maths and technology.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
there's
want to
get into that side.
My worry is that sometimes, you know, I have not a problem with the arts, and the arts is wonderful. There's some amazing work, like you said, theatre, set designing. It doesn't, you know, it's not just about being famous. We all know the kids that just want that. But there are young people who genuinely have that bent towards art and drama, and that's what they want to do. But I think there are quite a few who are taking those kind of subjects because they don't know what they want to do.
So if Jack gets to
university, if Jack gets to university stage, he would have to put up a very good argument to me of why he wanted to do drama and art. You know, I'd have to know where he felt that was taking him.